Hey guys, it's Paul. Hey, okay, so here we go with another video. I'm gonna do less talking in this one, as little as possible, and allow for some other things to happen here. I want to get a lot done in a very short period of time. So, Blue Moon Harmonica Combs. I just received another one in the mail today, and this is for the 1847. The Seydel 18. Look at that thing. Okay, so I didn't put it in yet because I figured I would do something showing how to put these in. I know that there have been questions, but just look at that. Okay, so that's outside of this is uninstalled. I just got this. Look at how beautiful these are, and look at how perfectly the tines are. They're polished, rounded, no sharp edges, and everything is just precision with these, okay? So that's that's going to go in this guy right here, my 1847. Now here are the other ones. This is my Patriot. I think I did, I did this in the other video with the Indian restaurant. But look at how pretty they are, man. These combs are beautiful. But, this is the Fire and Ice right here. Okay, so this is a Fire and Ice. I've only had this one a few weeks, couple weeks maybe. Let me see if I can get that. But look at that. They're really... All right, and before we get any further into this, guys, I've been sick. I've got a cold, so I haven't really been doing a whole lot of playing, primarily because of that. I feel lousy, but I wanted to get this in because I can't wait to put it in. Anyway, without, okay? All right, so that's maybe a little... All right, so that's uninstalled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you how to install this. Best little screwdriver set I've ever gotten for this. I got it at Home Depot. They're Huskies, and they're the little spinny kind of screwdrivers. So you can see this is the Phillips head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the cover plates off. Now generally what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to scooch down here, and hopefully I can keep this. So I'm just going to take the screws out. Obviously I probably should have done that maybe before, but this won't take long. So I always do things like this over a paper towel, if or something catchy in case you drop the screw. If the screw happens to fall or you lose control of it somehow, then at least it's not going to roll onto the ground. Now you've got the 5 screws here, the reed plate screws. Okay, and I like to kind of back them out, just loosen them up like this before I pull. I like to loosen them all, and then I'll generally start from the middle. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm just kind of a screwball. So, all right, so let's see. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So take all the little screws out. Now there's something. One of the things that I love Seydel. I really do, and I think they make fantastic harmonicas, and I can tell you they are fantastic people. I've gotten to know them all over there, or a good many of them anyway. The guys that run the USA portion, Rupert and Lars and all of those, they're just fantastic people. They're very nice guys, and so therefore I've been kind of aiming in their direction more so lately. So okay, so here the comb is out. Okay, so one of the only things that I could tell you about these that I've never really gotten taken to is the rounded hole. So it's kind of a rounded mouth hole. And I've never been all that nuts about that. But this cures that problem, and it's still very smooth. So what we're going to do is, and typically what I would do is I would actually, sorry, putting that in the wrong way. I would actually want to do a good cleaning job on the harmonica, and all of that stuff before I actually put it in. But for the sake of time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to install this this way, and we're going to call it good. And I could take it apart later if I need to. So now here's the part. What I'll generally do is I'll get one of the screws started. I get them started. You don't want to tighten them down right away, and I'll show you why. If you've never done this before, some of you are going to know this already because you've probably tinkered with this stuff a bunch of times. So put them in. Okay, so you got your Okay, now generally, like I said, I will not tighten everything down until I am good and ready, and there's a reason, and this is the reason. All right, so we've got all the screws are started. So what you want to do here for this part is actually do one of these numbers. You set the whole assembly down on tine side on a flat surface. Okay, and if you do this, I'm going to show you. So, and then what I'll do is once I do that, I go after the middle screw and I tighten that, and then I tighten down the side screws just adjacent to it so that there's no moving. All right, now the reason that I do that is if you don't do that, what can happen is if you notice there's a little bit of a lip sticking up. Okay, what happens is if you don't do that way, you'll get overhang. Here, the tines will poke out, or it won't be aligned properly, and then you're wondering why you've got problems. So now that I have that done, now I can tighten down my screws. Always kind of checking. I check, double check kind of thing. And then now I don't reef these down hard. I make sure they're good and tight. But you don't want to like. All right, so see, no overhang. Oh, here, let me move that. All right, isn't that pretty? Wow. Okay, so, all right, that being done, now it's time to put the cover plates on, which is the part that I, believe it or not, I can't stand the most because it's kind of a pain, but whatever. All right, so I take, well, I'm fumble fingered, man. So I take and I just line it up. And generally what I'll do is I'll take the barrel side and put that on the underside of the, I don't know why. Again, I don't think it really matters. I know it, I'm sure it doesn't, but I'm kind of a kook that way. One of the things I was saying about Rupert and Lars and those guys from Seydel is, I don't know about you guys, but to me, dealing with people who are for the player, you know, and have a love of the instrument and actually themselves play, and you know they're about harmonicas. That's what matters to me, and I can say this with absolute confidence that Seydel, if any of them, that Seydel is the one company that is all about harmonicas. They make, oh, and by the way, they've got some great stuff coming out in April that I can't share, it's going to be pretty cool. So it's they are a fantastic company. Okay, so this is in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten these down. What I do is I make sure that I align. I'm a little funny about that. I just make sure that everything is aligned and it's even. And then I tighten down the screws and put it in, put them in. All right, done. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Wow. All right, let's see what the difference is. All right, so, ooh, a little brighter, nice. Nice. All right, so anyway, that is, wow. Ooh, I could get used to that. I could really get used to that. Okay, so nice comb, super flat, nice looking, and boy, do they make a difference. Holy crap! All right, so guys, if you're thinking about picking up, if you're thinking about picking these up, he also Tom Halchak, Blue Moon Harmonicas. He also has some custom style harmonicas on his website, and he sells these combs for just about every model harmonica. He also provides. He does. I validated this with him, but he does provide some of the many of the customizers use his combs. Maybe not all the time, but a good percentage of the time. So I think he's the one to beat. I think these are the ones to beat right now. They're fantastic. They play great and they sound wonderful. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one. All right, bye-bye.